You know what I was thinking? And it's going to be disgraceful if it comes true. We're going to fuck around and get Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua in December before we get an announcement for Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Right now, it's Tuesday, September the 13th, 2022. This was released from 258 Management, the management group of Anthony Joshua. This was, it's 9:32 a.m. right now. So, about 4 hours or so ago. Joshua Fury update. 258 and Matchroom Boxing can confirm on behalf of Anthony Joshua that we have accepted all terms presented to us by Fury's team for a fight December the 3rd, last Friday. Due to the Queen's passing, it was agreed to halt all communication. We are awaiting a response. I did a video on it last week, and put it this way, I'm not shocked. It's too much money to leave on the table, because if Anthony Joshua takes another loss, it's pretty much over. If Tyson Fury takes another loss, if Tyson Fury retires, it's over. And Tyson Fury's pretty much got one foot out the door, and it's clear that he's looking for a payday. So what other fight in British boxing right now can you make to generate the money that Fury versus Joshua is going to generate? I can't think of one. Even if Joshua lost to Alexander Usyk twice, lost to Andy Ruiz in that first fight, I do feel, I'm going to go ahead and say, I got Anthony Joshua losing to Tyson Fury. Unless Tyson Fury wants to go out there and play around, then he can get dropped. I don't think that Anthony Joshua can stop him, because right now the hardest puncher in boxing right now is Deontay Wilder. That's my opinion. But once that touches you, if you survive that, and remember, he damn near died the first fight. Many other referees would have stopped that fight when he was just sprawled out looking up at the rafters at Sting. And his eyes, he looked like he wasn't with us. And then I always talk about how in the third fight, how Deontay Wilder was in the corner, and then he hit Tyson Fury, and the fat ripple went down from his neck. He ate it up here, but then it went down, got to his neck. Then it got like this sort of ripple in his back. And then once it got to his legs, he all over the place. Now they're saying that Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte did what, 94,000, or was it 96? It's hard to believe that number. That was such a shitty card. Man. And we also have other details to talk about, or to that, I would like to see how they're going to work out. Anthony Joshua signed the deal exclusively with DAZN back in, what was that, June? It was announced. But then Sky Sports won the rights to Usyk versus Joshua too. The broadcast, I guess the deal didn't kick in for Joshua until after that, or at least exclusively, because here in the States it was on DAZN, but over in the UK and a few other territories it was on Sky Sports Boxing pay-per-view. But as it stands today, he's an exclusive broadcast partner. His broadcasting platform is exclusively DAZN all over the world. So how will BT Sport, right? Tyson and ESPN, Tyson Fury is a BT Sport Frank Warren Queensberry boxer in the UK. In the States, he's a top-ranked ESPN fighter. You see what I'm saying? So Top Rank and ESPN has to get, something from this. And BT Sport and DAZN in the UK are rivals. So one is a streaming service, one is going to be pay-per-view. How do they get that done? Is this fight big enough? And I think in the UK, big enough for a joint broadcast, where you decide if you're going to watch DAZN's broadcast, or are you going to watch BT Sports broadcast? How's that going to work? I think that's a big deal, because even though the fighters may agree, the networks are somewhat of promoters too, but it's time to pull the trigger. I'm tired of network mumbo jumbo and all that bullshit getting in the way. And it's a shame I have to say this, but I have no allegiances to no promoter, no network, no manager group, none of that. Cause this is the type of shit that get me pissed off at PBC and American boxing. Cause it's how the fuck Joshua fight Usyk on August the 20th, and then it's a very high chance that they're going to announce that he's going to be fighting Tyson Fury with all the network bullshit for December the 3rd. But yet, fighters, we can't get Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, even though they're working on it. It shouldn't be this hard. Divide up the money. It shouldn't be this hard. And I get all the, fighters want to keep things in-house but that don't have nothing to do with the fans. You see what I'm saying? All this, we couldn't even get Jamal Charlo versus Jaime Munguia. We couldn't even get that. Whoever's fault it is, whether it was Showtime or DAZN or Golden Boy or PBC, it's just like, we tired of hearing that shit. So I guess you can expect for the undercard to be trash. Let me see. Frank Warren had something to say too. I don't expect the undercard to be very good because both of these fighters are going to command a lot of money. Anthony Joshua made at least $60 million US for fighting Usyk. So contract will be sent very soon. They're getting it done. They're getting it done. And I'm sure they're talking behind the scenes, but they don't want it to seem like they're talking publicly with the queen just passing and all. They want to have, because I got to be honest, God rest the queen and all that, but I'm tired of seeing it on TV. Like for real. I try not to watch the news anymore. I'd rather see about the Ukraine war than to keep seeing them, hurling her casket all over town. Like what is this mess? But what was I looking up? Oh yeah, to see if anything else had came up. But I'm all for the fight. It's the type of fight where you got to do it now, because if any one of these fighters take another loss, it's like, okay, look, y'all done fucked up the money. Because Fury, he can go on the fight Usyk and make good money, but it's not going to be the same as that Joshua money. Even if Usyk did beat Joshua, it's not going to be the same. And by the way, I do feel that Tyson Fury is just too big for just too big. Tyson Fury is just too big for Alexander Usyk. And if you think about it, like Usyk, he had a hard time with Derek Chisora. And even though he beat Anthony Joshua convincingly, he was having some rough times in there. It's not like Anthony Joshua just was getting outschooled. Don't get me wrong, he was getting outboxed, but he wasn't getting, put it this way, he wasn't getting dominated. Like he had Usyk working, and he hit him with some shit, had him on the ropes a couple of times, and one of those shots, I forgot which one it was a body shot. It's like, yo, dude can be touched. And Tyson Fury is an actual boxer. Like, he can box. So here's what's supposed to be the details. It's supposed to be a 60-40 split in Anthony Joshua's favor. 60-40 split in Tyson Fury's favor. The rematch clause is 50-50 split if AJ wins. And the date is going to be December the 3rd. Now, both sides have said that they're open to a BT Sport box office and in the DAZN pay-per-view. But it's like, how do you get it done? That's what I'm interested in, is how do you get it done? But look, the fight, it's agreed. It's agreed. So take your time out, like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at T Street Controversy. I'm going to put out a podcast. Actually, I recorded some of it already on this fight. And it is Canelo versus Golovkin 3 fight week. So it is Tuesday, the 13th. So I'm officially back at work. Feeling good being here. But yeah, they got to get something done, because if we're supposed to hear that Spence Crawford is going to be announced any day now. We're hearing it's going to be announced any day now. But if they announce Fury versus Joshua before, and it just came out of nowhere, by the way, is this a cash out for Eddie Hearn? Because if the money's there, you got to take it. Why risk it? Why risk like losing that money? So I'm all for it. Cash out, call it what you want. That money's right there. Take it while you can. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. I'm T Street Controversy with Fight View 360.